Well, for the second night in a row, California gubernatorial candidates clashing on the debate stage. And when asked about immigration reform, Katie Porter doubled down on her far-left stance. Watch.
This year, undocumented adults can no longer enroll in Medi-Cal. Would you reinstate this if you become governor? Yes or no? Mr. Villaraigosa?
Yes.
Ms. Porter?
Yes. I mean, I think we ought to enforce the existing sanctuary laws everywhere so we don't have crazy cowboys taking the law into their own hands.
Tell that to a crazy mother who lost her child.
Sir, I don't need any lectures from you about being a mother.
Of course, you might.
Shots fired, and with elections in mind, Politico calling working class voters the new soccer moms as both parties scramble to win over this key group. Here to weigh in is Fox News contributor Mary Katharine Ham. Good morning, Mary Katharine. What do you make of the debate? Was really interesting with Katie Porter. She, of course, had two embarrassing incidences, once berating a staffer and the other berating a reporter, but now she's leaning into this far left position.
Yeah, it is an interesting move. It makes one wonder if anyone has learned anything in California, and both the LA mayor race and the governor's race suggest that many on the left have not. And the thing is that you have to attract working class voters. You have to attract non-left leaning voters, right? A place like Nevada that is filled with working class union voters that Democrats, by the way, have been losing in droves over the last generation. In 1992, they had a huge majority of the union households voted for them, and now it's like a +8 margin for them. It's been a huge drop-off. A lot of these folks are Latino voters, and the interesting thing is in talking to people about how to reach these voters, one of the main issues is immigration. And so when you come to Katie Porter and you ask, hey, this thing that's gone really badly in your state and has already made you broke, should you keep doing it? And she's like, absolutely yes. It's probably the only thing in the entire debate both nights that she actually just said yes to, because you can't get that from a politician very often. But on this, she's a solid yes.
You're so right. That's a great point. In fact, we have that sound, the health care for illegal aliens in California, part of what's made it more so expensive out there. Here is her simply, to your point, saying yes. Watch.
The sanctuary state policy is designed to make sure that our state resources, the taxpayer dollars, the public servants that we have, are focusing on doing their jobs, which is not cooperating with the federal immigration authorities. These are Californians. They contribute to our economy. They pay taxes, and they're one of the only ways that our state has been growing in recent years.
Congresswoman Porter, your thoughts on the idea of funding health care for undocumented immigrants statewide?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, and
that's
pretty clear there, indeed. But let's shift gears. Let's go cross country, because I want to make sure I get this in. Out, you have Graham Platner, the oyster fisherman in Maine with a Nazi tattoo, zero political experience, but yet with his far left positions, wanting to basically abolish ICE and other things, you have a litany of high-powered Democrats that are jumping behind Graham Platner. Watch this.
The dude has not had a Nazi tattoo. He went through a really rough period, PTSD type period. And he has himself said there are lots of things he's done and said that he completely regrets. And I do believe people should have second chances, and that people can learn from their mistakes. And I think he's been doing that.
He has apologized. I want us to be the party that actually delivers on lowering costs and that expands opportunities. And that's what Graham Platner wants to do. And I'm there to stand with him and to help in that.
He went into a dark period. The guy that I saw up on the stage in Portland, Maine, rather a brilliant guy. I mean, really a strong fighter for the working class.
And Platner is a Sanders candidate. What do you make of all this? Is the Democrat Party really not focusing on the working class and more so just the progressive far left positions?
Well, first of all, it's so nice to see that Democrats can see white supremacy literally everywhere except for with a guy who has a Nazi tattoo. Also, I think it's really gross to blame PTSD for his Nazi tattoo. I know many people who have been through combat in tough times who have not gone there, and he wants to be senator. So he has to answer for this. He hasn't actually done it. In fact, he's lied about not knowing what the tattoo was. When they go far left like this, and look, I think he's authentically far left, Katie Porter and he are both trying to get energy from the left flank of this party. Now, the question is, whether that left flank is still in charge of the party. It drove them to ruin in 2024, having all of these positions, but they all seem to be like, yeah, this sounds great. Let's try it again. In a place like California, it could work. In a place like Maine that is it's a bluish purple state, they have a senator in Collins who's ready for a fight every single time because she knows she lives in a mixed state. And this guy is going to go super far left authentically with his tattoo to try to convince Mainers to go for him.
We'll see if, excuse me, the Democrat Party is going to learn from that lesson. Meanwhile, great insight as always. Mary Katharine Ham, thank you for taking time.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.